Hello! Today in class we are going to go over some problems where we have to find a common denominator, all of you. On the previous lesson I told you how to do it, what you need to find in the process, and how to bring fractions to a common denominator. Today we're going to go over an example where we'll be finding a common denominator together. I'll show you another way to find a common denominator. Okay, so we have to take and bring together the fractions 1/4 and 3/5 in order to find a common denominator that they can both be expressed in terms of.
To a common denominator, therefore, I need to make these numbers the same.
Let's remember together what needs to be done for this. All right, how do we bring these fractions to a common denominator? Let's remember. First, what do we need to do? We need to find the least common multiple for the numbers 4 and 5. By the way, if you don't know how to find the least common multiple, which is to find the common multiple, then check out the previous lesson. But of course, now I'll remind you how to do it. All right, let's choose. I have the numbers 4 and 5. We choose the bigger number from these numbers, which is 5. It's divisible by 5. Yeah, it's a split. Let's divide 5 by 4. No, it won't split. Then I multiply 5 by 2. 5 multiplied by 2. It is going to be 10. Does 10 divide by 5? Yeah, it's a split. Does 10 divide by 4? No, it doesn't split. So let's avoid using this number. Next, I'll multiply 5 by 3 to get the result. It turns out to be 15. I'll check the 5. Does 15 divide by 5? Yeah, it's a split. Does 15 divide by 4? No, it doesn't split. That's why I don't take that number either. Then I multiply 5 by 4 and obtain 20. I'm examining this number. Does 20 divide by 5? Yeah, it's a split. Does 20 divide by 4? Yeah, it's a split. Then 20 will be our LCD, the smallest multiple of all the denominators in a fraction. Instead of these denominators, the number 20 will be used. So how do you achieve that? Following step, subsequent step. Let's go. Initial step, subsequent step. Divide 20 quarters. I am receiving 5, and I put my signature on this 5 right here. This is the 5th step. Then I perform the division operation by dividing 20 by 5. It is going to be 4, and I am placing this 4 right here in this location. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, these are our recommendations. Now, moving on to the ultimate third and final step. Step 3, what am I doing? 5 times 1 equals 5. And 5, that is 5 I multiply by 1, and 5 I multiply by 4, 5 I multiply by 4. As a result, it turns out to be 5/20. And another fraction 4. 4 I have to multiply by 3, and 4 I multiply by 5, 4 I multiply by 3. And I multiply 4 by 5. 4 times 5 equals 20. So you end up with 12/20. Let us take another look at these fractions. We have 5 20s with a denominator of 20 and 12/20 denominator 20. So fundamentally in the end we ultimately ended up with the same denominators. A fraction composed of 5/20 and a total of 12/20. So this is how we bring it down to a common denominator. But at the beginning of the lesson, I promised to show you another way to find a common denominator, an alternative approach. Let me jot it down right here. So we have 1/4 and 3/5, which can be simplified further if needed. To bring everyone on the same page, you can also try another approach. What steps do I need to take? Calculate the product of 5 and 1. The result is 5. 3 times 4 equals 12. So I have 12 here and 5 here. That's what it turns out to be. Proceed. Additionally, I possess 5 followed by 4 And 5, I multiply by 4. Multiplied by 5 will be 20, and 4 multiplied by 5 will also be 20. As a result, the same fractions were obtained. In this way, we can use the least common multiple or multiply in this way. One single remark, that when we multiply by the second method, if you choose, you may get a large denominator. We need to take it by the smallest amount. At the next class, of course, we will go over similar examples once again. And that is all for today. Goodbye, until we meet again.